Welcome back to another Insider session. Today, I'm joined by Donna Wells from Travel Lux, who recently sailed on board Emerald Luna on the Rhine and Moselle rivers. Donna had a chance to fully experience what makes this style of river cruising so unique, from active excursions to the onboard experience. So today, we're going to dive into what stood out most, what surprised her, and who is this experience really perfect for. Donna, welcome. Great to have you on.
Hi, Garrett. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Donna. So before we sail in, let's level set. This sailing was aboard Emerald Cruises Starship Luna, a newer vessel launched in 2022, carrying around 180 guests. It really sits in that premium luxury space, modern, intimate, and nicely inclusive. So it's a great balance of experience and value. Excited to hear your take. Let's sail in.
Okay, sounds great.
So this itinerary really blends immersive river cruising with some incredible active opportunities. Emerald Cruises has really leaned into the active experiences, especially with the inclusion of bikes on board. So how was the biking experience for you, and what made it stand out?
It was amazing and probably one of the highlights of my trip personally. I'm an active person, so I do enjoy biking and all activities. But the e-bikes in particular were so helpful because you can see so much through your excursion that you wouldn't be able to see on a regular bike or on a walking tour. So we covered a lot of area where we rode through Coachum and saw all of the beautiful wine production spaces for their Rieslings, which are world renowned. And it was a relaxing pace, yet a brisk pace, because we had the assistance of the e-bikes where everybody could be on the same page. Nobody was lagging behind. And we just got to cover so much, and it was so much fun.
They are one of my favorite things to do when river cruising. They're very popular too, so make sure you sign up early because they do fill up. So that's great. I love it. It is one of my favorite things to do. Was there anything about your experience that just exceeded your expectations?
Absolutely. I have to say the service, and that starts from the top down. So on my particular sailing, the cruise director, Mikey, was nothing short of incredible. He was gregarious, friendly, very approachable, and managed everything seamlessly. And, you know, me in particular, I had sort of a challenging situation of when I needed to get to the airport, and it was Ramadan, the day that we were leaving, and a lot of the taxi drivers were not available because they were celebrating the holiday. And he was on it. He was aware that could be an issue. He arranged everything ahead of time. So I think in some situations, what could have been a stressful scrambling, it was seamless. And that's the attention to detail that I really personally appreciate. The heads up, being two steps ahead of where you need to be in certain situations. And he did it with ease, with a smile, and it was just wonderful.
Big shout out to Mikey. Yeah, one of my
Yeah,
favorites on board. He is
absolutely.
great. So now let's shift gears a bit, because I know a lot of advisors and travelers listening are thinking, is this right for me or my client? So what type of client do you feel this experience is perfect for?
I think it is perfect for the client that has a high expectation of food, of service, of quality of excursions, yet it's not pretentious, it's seamless, it's approachable. You want that high level of experience and not the stuffiness. You want to, feel free to chat with people. Everybody's friendly. Everybody is authentic. It's a really well packaged comfort luxury, I think is a great way to describe it.
I love that authenticity that you brought up. That's
Absolutely.
incredibly helpful, especially for advisors who are looking to confidently match the right client to the right experience. This has been fantastic. I'm really excited to share this with everybody. Did you have a favorite stop on the river cruise?
I did actually. So Koblenz was wonderful for me personally to connect to our family's history. My mother-in-law lived in Koblenz for a year when she was 13 years old. And it was wonderful to take pictures, to take videos, to speak to the very knowledgeable excursion guides about what her experience might have been like when she lived there, and to see the things that were there when she was there, and just really make that special connection to a place. It was just wonderful.
I love that. That is definitely one of the reasons to do a river cruise in Europe or travel, just traveling in general, is to connect those dots. So Donna, this has been fantastic. Thank you for sharing your insights and firsthand experience on board Emerald Luna. And for those listening, hopefully this gives you a clear picture of how to position this itinerary and, more importantly, who it's perfect for. If you're thinking about exploring river cruising or want to learn more, be sure to reach out to Donna at Travellux or connect with your preferred travel advisor. And don't forget, the insider sale is still available with incredible savings on select sailings. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you on the next insider session.